How you doing out there? I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to another Thursday. Is it? Yes, it's Thursday Guitar Chat. I'm really happy you are here with us. Remember, this is your Guitar Chat, not mine. So we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. So we're open, you know, but let's keep it guitar oriented, no political stuff. And there you have it. So I've got Wes working the camera. Say hi, Wes. Come on, buddy.
I'm working. Yeah, sweet.
Good.
Barely got this going.
No kidding. It's like, usually I get up at 6. But today I got up at 9. So, because we partied too much last night, and so I didn't have much time. So anyway, but here we are. So I got this guitar out. You know, I'm going to use it because it's red. It's Christmas, and it seems to me that the top has fallen down a hair because of maybe dryness or coldness, or both. So I'm going to have to just raise it up a bit and then humidify it, and then I'll have to raise it back down. And that's the story of Archtops. They go up and down with the weather. This goes up, and it's ever so much. You know, we're talking 2/100ths of an inch. So 1/50th of an inch, or 1/2 of a quarter of an. How does that go? Anyway,
that would be an eighth.
No, not that much. So
a 16th.
Say what?
A 16th.
Yeah, not even that. Not even that. But anyway, Gail's working the board there. She just said hi, all. Hey, Wes, there's this thing on this computer up in the right-hand corner. Do you see the disc cannot eject it properly? Can you shut that off? There you go. You got the mouse there, right? Just sit close.
Where is it?
Over a little more. No, the other way. Other way. A little more. Other way. There. Now, press it. Thank you. All right. So, I hope everybody's having a wonderful Christmas season. And, you know, things are boy, it kind of snuck up on you, you know? It's kind of like bad underwear. It just kind of sneaks right up on you. So, but here we are. How many days till Christmas, Wes? 10?
Yeah.
10 days to
15th.
Christmas. So that was Sleigh Ride, which is on the Guitar College Library. This lick here drives me nuts. So, you know, it's a confusing lick. And I remember the first time I encountered that lick, it was at a Christmas concert, and the tempo was bum-ba-da-doo, bum-ba-da-doo, ba-da-da-da-da-da. There's no way I could play that. It's too confusing. So, where's the lick? If you take a lick like that and you switch positions with it, I think when it breaks it up, so therefore you can handle it a little better. But I didn't do that this morning, but I should have. So a lot of times, don't just play something in the. Learn it switching positions, and sometimes it's easier, even though it's the same note. Switching positions gives you a little hook to hang on to. That was a little 10-cent tip, which was worth about that. So, who we got here? Who's that first person there? Hi, Kim. There's the second one. Kim, my wife just swore when she expressed how good she thinks you are. She swore. Oh, well, thank you. How sweet. But, you know, of course, I never swear, damn it. I hardly ever swear. And then where is that first person from?
Eliav Baruch.
Yeah. Where are you from, Elia? That's a
Oh,
pretty...
no, he's on here a lot, though. He hangs out with us.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember where he's from, though.
Okay. Well, you have to let us know. And then we have... Who's under Gale there, Wes? You, Dayan, Mustafi,
Udayan Mustafi.
You dying, boy, I am dying. Anyway, thank you for joining us. And we have Tom. Hello, Tom. And Jim Rolfe, my good old friend, Jimmy Rolfe. Thank you, Jim. And Mike. Kirby. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining us. Links for all the songs and lessons live stream are in the description. Yeah, and that's a beautiful golden eagle. I had finally somebody very interested in it now. I guess I'm going to sell it.
I better hurry before Christmas.
Yeah, no kidding. And anyway, so I need to send him some pictures, but it's such a pain in the ass. Whoops, did I swear again? How come this side of my face here, Wes, is darker? You know, that's how you're supposed to light a man, which is true. You know, that's good lighting. This one side is supposed to be always darker than the other. Makes you.
I think this light needs to be spun closer to you. Got
this one
kicked out of place. Yeah, you know, you're wrestling your way into this room all the time. No, well, yeah, that.
There, perfect. Oh. Nate, can you turn it down?
Nope.
Oh, jeez.
Nope.
Big mouth.
There you go.
Well, you know, just trying to help. Just trying to help, Wes. Robert. Hi, Robert. From Hampton, Virginia. Is it a little chilly back there? And Mark Larkins from Tennessee. Hi, Mark. would you play The Wave? The Wave. Oh, yes, we'll play that a little later on, sure. Don't let me forget, Wes.
All right.
All right. Atwater. Dean Way stuck in Atwater again. Atwater has a wonderful museum of warbirds. Fantastic museum. By the way, did you guys see that crash at the air show of a B-17 and a little fighter? Old vintage planes. Everybody died on it. How sad. Bummer. Anyway.
Was that here in the U.S.?
Yeah, that was just this last Memorial Day or
No.
it was just a few weeks ago. I don't know. Pat Evans, Fresno, no snow, but cool. So Pat, you're back in Fresno, I guess, huh? That's cool.
We need to get some WD-40 for your chair. Okay.
That's not my chair, man. That's my back.
Would WD-40 help that, or some better lubricant or something? I don't know. That's
Help the chair?
Yeah, that's annoying.
I don't know what exactly. It's not the thing it sits on where you'd lube it. It's something else going on.
You need to, maybe the chair's straining too hard.
Well, the chair, he's expressing his discomfort.
You need to lose a couple pounds. Yeah. Give that chair a break.
I know.
My chair doesn't do that.
Well, you got some.
You want to sit on my chair?
No,
This thing is.
I hate that chair.
I don't even know if you can call it that. It's like a little half stool thing.
Yeah, you could. So we're going to pose a couple of questions today. Is that right, Wes?
Yeah. Do you know what the questions are?
Yes.
All right, well, here. There you go.
What are the 3 things you would have done differently when learning the guitar? What are those 3 things? What do you think you would have done differently when learning the guitar? I had a couple friends, guitar player friends, over last night, and that's why we're late today. Well, that's not the only reason. We had a wonderful time. Gail cooked a wonderful meal, and we had a great time, drank a couple bottles of wine and talked. And I asked them that, and one of them was, of course, they said, I wish I would have learned about music and not just learned guitar. And that's true. I think one of the things that a lot of guitar players ignore, or they just don't even want to get into it, is learning about theory. It sounds, when I say the word theory, it's like they're all, gosh, I don't want to do that. But really, it's like it opens a window to understanding how composers work and what they do. And so I've learned enough theory in my lifetime to kind of figure it out. But there's always more to learn. So you should always get on that bus and start riding it, the theory bus. And I've got Theory for the Road, which would make a wonderful gift for Christmas. To start off with that. That's so important. That was one of the things. What was the other one?
So wait, boil that down again. It was what? It was like a big old long ramble. Like, give us it in one sentence.
One of them said, I wish I would have learned music theory right from the beginning. Would open up everything about the guitar and the music you're playing.
Got it.
Okay?
All right. And then you're going to give us number 2 and 3 later in the show?
What are 3? Well, you're asking these people, not me, are you?
Yeah, no, we want to hear from you.
Oh, one of the 3 things for me, what I would have done differently. Okay.
And we want to hear from them too.
Yeah, we want to hear from them.
But not just them.
Yeah, we want to hear. So, one of the things that I wish I would have done differently is, well, when I started off, I had learned music theory and knew how to read music because I took piano lessons. So I knew, a lot of it. But I remember struggling with some chords, number one, that were just near impossible for me. And when I realized that, now like this bar chord, what's the point of learning this chord? Do you really play that chord? I don't. You're either going to play a power chord or the top part, so why waste all that time on that chord? Some things you don't need to learn how to do, because I can't do that anymore. So Howard Roberts quit playing for Phil Spector because of that G chord. He said Phil kept doing take after take after take, and that was his MO. You wear the musicians down and then you get a real good take. But he said, I ruined my hand. I refused to do any more sessions for him. So he told his answering service, if he calls and gives a date, tell him I booked, because I ain't going back there. So isn't that interesting? Oh, speaking of Howard Roberts, and I wanted to mention that to the guys last night, because this wonderful quote, and I saw the quote on a band folder. It wasn't a guitar related thing, but it said, quote by Howard Roberts, jazz guitarist and educator. The quote was, I believe music is in people already. It's already in them. Now they got to just find a way to get it out. And I think, wow, that's really true, because you really do have music in you. It's how do you get it out? Are you going to sing? You're going to play? What are you going to do? And how are you going to get it from here in the heart, in the ear, down into the instrument to transport it to some other listener? So that's a great quote. So I got off track there, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Par for the course there.
So one of the things was, I had already learned theory. Here's what I wish I would have learned right from the get-go, is a major scale. Now, I couldn't even play a major scale, and I was doing sessions and stuff, because nobody wants you to hear that. Nobody's going to hire you to go, right? But they want to hear you to go, so that kind of thing. So, but I wish I would have done more of the fundamental things in the very, very beginning. And I think I would have been a better player faster. So I wish I would have done that. When I learned a scale, I wish I would have learned the chords that surround that scale and how they all pertain to the major key of G, let's say. All these chords. And then I wish I would have learned a lick that went with that scale. Something like that, And that's what I tried to show in the Right Stuff series on Guitar College. So those are three things I wish I would have done early on. Is that good enough, Wes?
Anything else?
Well, I wish I would have, because I did copy licks.
Mm-hmm.
I did do that. I took guitar lessons, because I had taken piano lessons. I thought that's what you do. Who goes out and learns to play the guitar on their own? Back then, back in the 60s, because there was no internet, you were lucky to find a book. You couldn't even find a book I remember buying a Beach Boy book because on the back it had this 6 chord of them playing a 6 chord. So I bought the whole Beach Boy book and never did figure out where they played that chord. But I wish I would have, you know, I don't know. What was I saying?
You were trying to go somewhere with that. So you were like, I did steel licks, so I already was doing that.
I wish I would have got into Chet Atkins. I don't know why. When I look back, my guitar teacher, hey Jimmy Rolfe, Bill Euchre used to play. I'd go in there and he'd play this. And you know, I don't know how to play that song, but I remember Bill Euchre playing that, and I thought, oh, that's kind of neat. It's kind of a square tune, you know. Something my grandma might listen to, you know, but I just like the way he did that. God, that guy was talented. Billy Euchre.
So wait, what was that one then? You wish you would have
gotten a Chet Atkins seriously, yeah. And then the other one is I look at a guy like Bill. He took off right from the very beginning as a good player. I mean, he taught right away. He was teaching as a young boy, and I was, you know, and he was going places. Where he got screwed up is right down in the country era, the Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton time of the 80s. I think, I'm just speculating on this, but he got a gig working at Caesar's Palace, and he went by the name of Richard Starr. And he was at Caesar's Palace for I don't know how many years. But you know, from what I understand, he just kind of played the chords and stuff, and he wasn't the guitar extraordinaire that he really could have been. So he got sidetracked making a living. Let's put it that way. You get sidetracked making a living so you don't progress.
Right. So is that what happened?
That's what happened to me. It happens to everybody, right? You're making a living. You're playing in clubs. By the way, to keep you in underwear.
Yeah.
You're doing this stuff, and it's, you know.
Yeah. Sweet. Rock and roll. There are some responses here from Tom. Says, I would have learned all my arpeggios sooner. Everything I read as a kid emphasized scales for improvising. When I learned arpeggios, it opened up many more melodic possibilities.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Like when you learn like a scale, you learn the arpeggio, the extension of the arpeggio. So,
let's see.
Excuse me for eating. I'm hungry.
Pat Evans says, number 1, kept playing when I was younger. 2, found a group to play with. 3, learn tunes. It's all in the tunes.
Right on. It's so much fun to play in a group that you kind of miss the whole deal of why you're playing. It's fun to have that camaraderie. So
Yeah.
you want to do that. Wes, you played in a group for a long time, you know.
Yeah, I've played in several bands for sure. I need to get something going here.
I know you should.
I'm gonna start something soon.
Yeah.
You want to be? You want
coming?
to? Oh, I froze. You want to be my
Agent?
my guitar player in my band?
Sure.
we're going to play
Misty,
Misty? No.
look at me.
God, my guitar.
You're not going to do that?
Nope.
Yeah, we should do, when the new year comes around, we'll do a live stream on New Year's resolutions and goals for the new year.
Yeah. I want to get the new version of Band in a Box so I could write songs and just crank them out like super fast. That's what I want to do.
Do you?
Yeah, that's what we need to get. God,
Well,
my
we can
camera
get that.
keeps freezing.
Get the reel. Yeah, how come you're freezing up?
I don't know what's wrong with it. There are some more responses here, though. Let's see. Hold on here. Let's see. Okay. Dean Way says, agree, I wish I would have learned some theory before going to GIT.
Oh, yeah.
Mike says...
Who said that?
Dean Way from Atwater.
Oh, I didn't know he went to GIT. Was I there when you were there, Dean?
Yeah, when did you go to GIT there, Dean? Mike says, A, more time in theory. B, continue to study classical / sight reading. C, joined a band, other musicians, so as to apply it all.
Right. And it's not too late, right? I hope you're in a band now.
DS Randlet says, best guitar practice I've had lately is helping my 5-year-old with her piano primer lessons.
Well, that brings me to a topic here. One of the things that I think is one of the most important things that you can do for your development is to teach. Because once you start teaching, you start solidifying things in your own mind on what's important. And it's kind of like fine-tuning your playing when you start teaching. Now, even though you start teaching little kids, let's say out of Mel Bay Book 1. Right? You remember how many, that was Mel Bay Book or Alfred's, one of the two. And they could learn that. But I would always encourage them to go and then playing it in different positions. Wow, that is such an eye-opener, right? So right away, they get the idea that, wow, this, the guitar, there's a lot of several ways of playing the same thing, So I think that's important. So, okay, so let's say you a couple of things that you could do, and we're going to talk about this after the first of the year, but is to teach, start maybe a club at your church, a guitar club, and people come out of the woodwork. And a guitar club is basically, you get together, you watch a video, some guitar playing, you bring your guitar, try to play together on some things. So you're passing on what you've learned. And once you start doing that, it makes room for other stuff. You don't want to hold anything back. And Ted was really good about expressing that Ted Green, that you show everybody even the good stuff, the stuff that you're really, I want to keep this a secret because it's so cool. When you start giving it away, it makes room for more. So I think that's really important.
Okay. Let's see. There are a few questions that we can rattle off real quick. Where are they? Kirby, any recommendations for a good chair?
Well,
You buy like a drum throne, right? Like
Yeah.
a nice drum throne with a backrest.
Yeah, that's what this is. But what I have when I gig is it's bar stool height. So you don't look like you're just in the corner. You kind of raising up a little bit, and you know. But you can't beat a good drum throne, with a back. Run you a couple $100, $100, $200. Well worth your back.
Robert Dietz asks, what's the best way to know what guitars you have for sale? Actually, I want to know that too, because I can never figure out what you freaking got for sale and what you don't have and what's you're keeping and what you're not keeping. So yeah, enlighten us with this.
Well, I don't have any for sale. All right, so look at, I got a what? 575. I think I showed it last.
He's not asking you what guitars you have for sale. He's saying where can he go to see what you have for sale.
Oh yeah, because I haven't been putting them on me.
Yeah. So there, I'll just take this question. Here's what he should be doing.
You take the camera.
He should be going to guitarcollege.net. There's a thing that says guitars for sale right here. You have Heritage tab, Eastman, other brands. You need to just take this off here. It's just confusing.
What is?
Heritage Factory Tour.
Oh yeah.
You really gonna take people on a Heritage Factory tour?
Well, we did that.
Yeah, like 100 years ago. Still on here.
I've told
That's
you a
one
million
thing
times. Don't exaggerate.
That's one thing that he loves is he treats website like an archive system. So every guitar that he's ever sold is still on here. And some of them,
Well, I got rid of some of them.
Yeah, didn't you just sell one? Someone bought one that was like,
Yeah.
you sold a long time ago,
About a
and
year
somehow
ago. and he bought it. Somebody bought it. Yeah, I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Yeah, so that's fun. So anyway, yeah, you can go. It's guitarcollege.net, guitars for sale. And he does an okay job. Eastman, 503 Sunburst is for sale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you have to keep up there, and then I think the best way is probably to just keep an eye on our YouTube channel,
Right.
and then make sure you're signed up for our emails.
Right. And then you could always just email me.
Yeah, for sure. He's pretty good at responding.
We've been
to emails.
selling them so quickly sometimes that.
Okay, some other questions here. Let's see. Kim says WD-40 may or may not work for your chair situation. I suggest you buy him a new one for Christmas. Yeah, that's what I should get you, a chair, right?
That's what you should buy me?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. Then I'll give you this old one.
Awesome, the squeaker.
Yeah.
Good, and so I can sit, I can sit back here with it, and we can still have the squeaking sound. We don't want to get rid of that. We want to make sure we keep that. That's one of the best. That's one of my favorite parts of this live stream.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, it might not be the chair.
Okay, I'm trying to see if is there any other ones? There's okay, let's see. Let me go down. I got a request from Stan Dominguez. Please play You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To. So that's 2 requests today.
Oh.
Barry Roberts, keep doing your soloing course, doing JGI with a heart. Awesome. Keep up the good work. And Kim, here's a question for you. Your most challenging student, why? What was your that experience?
Well, you were probably my most challenging student because you never did anything I told you to do.
Yeah, well, wow. Look at I turned out better than you. Look at that.
know,
Crazy, right?
So I don't know. I didn't. To be honest with you, to be bluntly honest, that I didn't. You know, I never had to be coaxed to learn, and therefore I kind of expected everybody else to be like that. You know, and so all you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink. So I would get these kids are the roughest, and it was right around. I used to have a little teaching studio. There was a big store in Thousand Oaks called Driscoll's Music. They went under, and all the teachers had no place to go. So I rented a place, and all the teachers, most of them came over to the store. It was called the Music Forum, and now it's Wally World. And so anyway, we built 6 studios, and so I would have some students and still as well as manage the store. After about 6 months and started carrying some guitars and stuff, I realized, the problem with this is I have to be here. I'm just now finding out that there's certain things about me that's kind of weird. I don't like to be told what to do, obviously. It's weird. Anyway, so so I would have students, and so I expected them to do what I showed them to do. And I remember I had some kids whose parents, they had to take guitar. They had to take guitar. And when they're young kids and they come in with